I'm in Melbourne to pick up the car and began my journey on the Great Ocean Road, a 243-kilometer, 150-mile drive along the coast starting at Torquay, the first town, all the way to Nullarbor, the last town on the Great Ocean Road, and beyond to Cape Nelson Lighthouse. This adventure requires a bit of time to really appreciate the road and scenery along the way. For me, that was 5 days. Join the journey for the great ocean views and fun walks along the way. This adventure is just beautiful, scenic ocean coast. Welcome to Tommy's Holiday and a two-part series on the Great Ocean Road of Australia. Part 2 continues on at Apollo Bay, traveling through to the 12 Apostles and on to Cape Nelson and the Lighthouse. Enjoy the scenic journey. Apollo Bay in 1800 was well known to whalers and seal hunters. 1845, the first survey of the coast was completed, and the bay got its name from the schooner Apollo, anchored in the bay during a storm. 1848, Cape Otway Lighthouse is completed and provides navigation signal to ships. 1898, the original settlement becomes Apollo Bay. The Apollo Bay coastal path extends from Wild Dog Creek into town, a 2.5-kilometer path with bay views and lots of trees. Apollo Bay Town Center. For backpackers, this is the start of the Great Ocean Walk. This town is fun and gives one a good feeling to begin the 8-day walk along the coast. The next stop is to Cape Otway Lightstation, just off the Great Ocean Road and part of the Great Ocean Walk. The Lighthouse Museum includes many buildings along with the 21-meter-tall lighthouse built in 1848. Let's get going. First building is the telegraph station, built in 1859. That linked the mainland to Tasmania. The cable failed after 2 years in operation and was converted to a signal station with signal flags and Morse code machines, connecting it to civilization on the mainland. The light station was constructed due to the numerous shipwrecks along the coast. The station, built in 1848, is 21 meters tall and stands proudly on the cliff edge. The light has a range of 26 nautical miles. Renovations of the lighthouse are in progress, so tours are not available. During World War II, a radar bunker was constructed, and it's a good example of a concrete fortified station structure. I'm heading back to the light station compound to visit the other buildings and displays on life and times at this remote light station. Back on the road and through the farms and ranches before arriving at Castle Cove Lookout, along the Great Ocean Walk for a stunning view. I'm off to Port Campbell National Park and the famous features on the Great Ocean Road that everyone comes to see, starting with the Gibson Steps, a scenic beach with no access now. Port Campbell National Park. The 12 Apostles is a very popular stop, and one can expect thousands of people on any given day. Check out the helicopter flights for that special aerial view, or take a walk to the lookouts along the cliffs. Lockhart Gorge is famous for the shipwreck in June of 1878, when the schooner Lockhart ran aground at Muttonbird Island, killing 52 of the 54 crew. 2 survivors were able to make it to the beach in a very stormy conditions. The gorge and beach are stunning today. Staying the night in the town of Port Campbell. This is a beautiful seaside town, and there are 2 scenic cliff hikes for the morning adventure that show the real beauty of the coastline on this great ocean road. The first early morning hike is to 2 Mile Bay. Very scenic walk, and the start is across a suspension bridge up some stairs to the cliff walk. trail turns in to the valley. Through town and past the War Memorial and boat launch, one can find the beautiful cliffs of Port Campbell. Port Campbell, out on the jetty. Back on the road to an amazing rock, the London Arch, and beautiful beach, which we can explore and enjoy from a lower lookout deck. It's just a short path down. Pathway down to the grotto. Nice little boardwalk. The grotto, a fun feature that gives a scenic view of a carved by the sea cave and tide pool. Bay of Islands is the next scenic viewpoint on this trail along the coast. Just some of the most beautiful beaches and pinnacles to gaze upon. Enjoy the great ocean coast. These are the last two beaches of the journey along the Great Ocean Road. It's a bit out of the way, but the time on the beach is worth the effort. Welcome to the last town on the Great Ocean Road, constructed from 1919 to 1932, and home of Cheese World. The Great Ocean Road construction, a story that spans 13 years of hard work, built with horse and wagon. It was a privilege to travel this path built by a brave Australian construction crew. My last stop is Cape Nelson Lighthouse, built in 1884. I hope you've enjoyed the beautiful ocean scenery of the Great Ocean Road, a truly wonderful journey in Victoria, Australia. Thanks for watching Tommy's Holiday, Australia.